Italians had traveled far from home in search of Mustangs, but the catch had been worth it. The mares would make good saddle horses, but the stallion was as fine an animal as they'd ever seen. And hopefully, they'd caught him young enough to be broken. In the days that had passed since Pechudo's capture, one young brave had been making special plans for him. The boy was anxious to make his mark as a man, and by tribal custom, whoever was first to ride the stallion would have first claim on him. It would be foolish to try anything while Pechudo was so full of fight. He would have to wait his chance. Over the days and the miles, Pechudo fought. But he did not yet have the overpowering strength of a full-grown stallion. He needed more than the will to be free. Like the young brave, he needed the chance. At last, one morning, it seemed to the inexperienced boy that the constant fighting had finally worn the stallion down. Now was the time. And so Pechudo was free once again, but he was also alone. And the Mustang is a herd animal, at a loss without others of his kind. As the miles passed and the seasons changed, Pechudo's loneliness only deepened. To make things worse, the winter snows had made just finding food more and more difficult. So it was only natural that in his search, he came to where other Mustangs were finding forage, too. his excitement at finding others of his kind, Pechudo had forgotten one thing. He would only be allowed to join the herd if he were accepted by the stallion who led them. And so he had a new family and a new master stallion. And this stallion was a rare one. Mustangs with his peculiar coloration were called medicine hats by the Indians. And for his fierce fighting nature, this particular one had been named the Savage by men who'd hunted him. Pechudo would be well protected within this herd, but only for as long as the Savage tolerated him. In nature, the passing of time is marked by the seasons, by changes in the landscape, by growth. There was a change in Pechudo that next summer, too. As a 2-year-old, he was entering a new stage in his life, and with it came new problems. To him, it was simply a restlessness, a quickening of the spirit. But the Savage knew exactly what it meant. The young stallion's adolescence was giving way to maturity. The first warning should have been clear enough, but Pechudo hadn't taken it. There would be no second warning.